Holy calamity, scream insanity. All you ever gonna be's another great fan of me. Break. Holy calamity, scream insanity. All you ever gonna be's another great fan of me. Break.
This is a journey. This is a journey.
Welcome to another episode of the Open Micers Podcast. Sitting here with a young buck in the comedy game now. Micah Hanna. You a young buck. You a young buck again, but on some different shit. Like
On some different
first
shit?
host weekend.
Oh, this is also JD. Yeah, man.
Oh, niggas know me. What's up?
It's another update, people, okay? It's just
Yeah.
me and JD. We're in a new spot. We're in a different location. We're not in a new spot. We're just in a different location. We got a little different smoking system. You might hear it in the background. But it's going to add to the ambiance. It's going to make you feel like you're sitting here with us. You feel like... You see that VR shit?
Yeah.
I feel like the next step is going to be able to do like a podcast. You know those 360 cameras? Like if we could do the podcast and set up a 360 camera, and then if you have VR, you could watch it and then just sit and smoke in your crib, and it seems like you're just
Hang out with us.
but also just being real.
That's
quiet.
why I do the Joe Rogan one sometimes. Though. Like I'll watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, no, I like watching the
And
Joe
I'll
Rogan
smoke.
too.
I'll smoke whenever
They
Joe
smoke.
pull out a joint or something
I'm
like that.
I'm like, oh.
But sometimes the dudes don't smoke, so I'm like,
Sometimes they don't smoke.
I'll just smoke anyway.
It's cool. I like the ones where he doesn't know, and then it gets mentioned, and he's like, "Oh, do you smoke?" And they're like, "Yeah." And he's like, immediately has like this box of joints. He's like, "Let's fucking do
Let's
it."
go.
Dude. Yeah. Did you listen to the one that he had with Neil deGrasse Tyson the other day?
Nah, not that one.
Me
It's
either.
so many of them bitches, bro. Like you
Dude,
can't keep up, really.
I know. He had Pete Holmes on the other day.
I just watched
so
that
good.
one. And
It's
Pete
so
Holmes
good.
like doing bits and Joe's just not laughing. And Pete,
It's
he's like,
hilarious. And he's
yeah.
like, "Oh my god."
I watched that fucking Pete Holmes show though, Crashing.
Yeah, I watched that first episode too. I'm glad
Yeah.
you did, dude.
It's
I
just
think
good.
I think
it's
it's
like hilarious. But
I
it's
think
good.
I'm about to really like it, especially to him being on stage.
and bombing.
But it was such a bomb, not bomb. Like it was a bomb, but it wasn't like it was so realistic. Like you know what I mean?
I know those bombs.
Like I know those bombs. It wasn't like bomb because they weren't paying attention or they were rowdy or they were drunk or anything like random like that. It was just like you're not really getting to the point. You kind of did a punchline. They kind of laughed. That was the thing. It's like people kind of chuckled,
Yeah.
and I was like, that is a bomb. That is
Yeah,
a bomb.
straight
Where
up.
like you know that you have their attention, you just know you're doing nothing with it.
Mm-hmm.
That is a bomb.
And he like Big J made him like get up on stage without even knowing if he had
Artie
material or
Lang was
not.
fucking funny as shit, dude.
That was funny.
His next one's with TJ Miller.
The funniest part was like the second half of the episode when they like got mugged and all that shit.
Yeah.
He fucking kicked the knife out of dude's
You know,
hand.
he's got to
and
set the
run.
shit up, and I don't know. It's fucking Judd Apatow. You know he's gonna knock it out of the park. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for this. It's a good show. Pete Holmes
Is the man.
and like, just him getting cheated on by that dude who's cool as shit. Like,
Yeah. Did you see how they spell it? I follow him on Twitter, and he said hashtag Leaf. It's Leif.
Yeah,
I
Leif.
was like, wow.
Leaf. But yeah, man, we sitting here with Micah Hanna. This Mike is doing big things, man.
JD
Like,
told me before this, he's like, I'm gonna interview you.
No, I'm out here. Micah is hosting at Good Nights for like what the first real weekend.
Yeah, I've hosted one other time for Rich Voss. Shouts out to
That was a one night thing. I feel you on
yeah,
that,
it
but
was
like,
on a Thursday. It was just a one nighter.
but you had Brad.
Brad Williams, yeah.
Okay, well talk about what happened, man. Like you show up Thursday. You nervous? Do you bomb Thursday? Is Thursday a slow night?
I ain't bombed Thursday, but Thursday was the worst night.
It's always the worst night.
It was either Thursday or Friday late show.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was either one of those two. What it was, and see, okay, all right, I'm gonna get into the whole bitch about it. I'm fucking stoked. I've seen Brad Williams on the podcast, on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah.
I think he's maybe been on there twice, if not just once. I think he's even been on Joey Diaz's podcast. I've seen some of his stand up. I think he's fucking funny. I'm excited to meet him. Me and Joe tweet about it or whatever. He likes it, so I'm like, oh hell yeah, you know, he's probably cool or whatever. Meet him, really cool dude, really nice. And the whole time I'm thinking like, I'm trying to remember what it was like to do it for Rich Voss. Remember, like, I'm working here. Also, if y'all listen to the episode with Trundy, I'm also thinking that I'm, like, trying to be, like, I'm on the clock. You know what I mean? The whole time I'm, like, killing shit. Like, I'm there. I ended up asked him, like, the first time I was like, hey, do you want me to set your merch up? And he was like, okay, yeah, sure. And then I asked him how many he wanted me to set it up. He showed me where the pockets were. So every night I set his merch up, like, exactly how he wanted it. And, like, organized the shit. And, like, one night, we were setting it up outside at first. And then yesterday, it kind of seemed like it was windy as fuck and it was cold. And it seemed like it could rain. So I fucking worked with the staff to, like, put it back inside or whatever. It was just cool. I feel like I took Trundy's advice to heart. Yeah. The other time, or the other day that he was here or whatever. So Thursday night, I get out there, and this is just some other shit. Hold on. Now the story's about to get fucked up.
No, go.
So, all right, last update. I said that since the UCC, I feel like I'm about to, like, turn a corner. Like, I feel like I'm about to just start just going hard. You know what I mean? I don't know. At the time, I didn't have any bits. And I will say, since that episode and at the Idiot Box mic and going to the Good Nights mic, and then just every time I'm getting up, I've been doing that thing that Trundy told us at the old podcast. Because I'm getting Trundy's advice, and I'm like, I'm on a good way of doing something. Let me just keep doing this. I'm trying to give me some good advice on that this is working. Okay. You know what I mean? I'm hearing him get the advice from Orny, and he said, I'm like, okay, let me just ride this wave. So I'm doing the shit. I'm not planning what I'm going to do on stage. I have ideas, but I'm just getting up there. I mean, you saw, I did that Trump joke. That was like the first or second time I had ever done it at the Idiot Box, and it ended up going, like, really well. And the whole, like, you know, just that new stuff that I'm not planning on what I'm going to do. So I'm like, let me keep that vibe. I'm even doing, I hosted at the North Carolina Comedy Arts Festival for DSI, the local 506. Yeah. Didn't plan that set, and it was literally on the edge of bombing. It was on the edge of bombing, and I brought it back. Like, I was in the middle of that homeless bit, and I just knew they weren't into it. And it was weird because I didn't have a set list. I didn't feel married to finishing an idea. Yeah. It was weird. I got out of it, did something else, got him back, did a couple more bits, and got him to the point where at the end I was like, you know what, motherfuckers, I'm going back for that homeless bit. And they, like, at that point they cheered. Because, you know what I mean? And then I finished it, they laughed, and I got off stage. And it was like...
The biggest callback.
It was the biggest callback, and they know that the joke I started with wasn't working. Like, I was talking about it, then I was talking with the crowd, and it was just a fun time, and I took that gig so I could kind of get a practice run for this weekend. True. So, in doing that show, I realized, I was like, maybe I'm on this new wave. Like, no planning. Let's just do whatever the fuck. So I'm like, I'm going to do that on the fucking Thursday night show. You know, whatever. I'm gonna ride this fucking wave, and you know, I'm looking at the crowd. I'm like, you know, there's a lot of old people in here. There's like a lot of old people in here. There's like a lot of old white people in here, and the Thursday crowd just wasn't very diverse. Yeah. So I get up there, I'm having good positive energy. My first joke kind of like goes pretty well. I'm getting laughs on, you know, the other jokes. But as I'm up there, I don't have a plan, and maybe it's because it's a little bit more of a high stakes situation. I'm like not in the same mindset as the other shows. So every time I do get into a bit, I'm like, not that I'm rushing through it, but I'm doing what I can remember right now. And then sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't know what's next, or I think that's the end. And I'm just like kind of flowing, and I'll go into another joke. And in the middle of that next joke, I'm like, dude, you didn't do the part in that joke. The part that would make everything you're doing now way funnier because they would like you more. Like, you didn't even do. So in that joke, I'm like, can I work back for this punchline on that last bit? But I'm like, I can't. Keep going. But in doing that, I'm like forgetting other parts. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing...
It's organic, but you're trying it out, so it's obviously sloppy a little bit.
Well, it's like, I'm like fucking going left and right. And then I find myself in my weed material. Yeah. And I don't know. I mean, you know this. I mean, the podcast listeners, they don't know all my bits or anything like that. But I have this weed material, and then it builds to a head. One of the better parts of the joke, I end up talking about little people and midgets or whatever. And Brad Williams is also a midget, so he's on the show later. So, of course, I've already thought in my mind, I'm like, I'm not doing this material. One, not because I don't think I should, like, oh, you should make fun of little people, because, I mean, that's not what I'm saying. And the joke actually isn't, it's not like mean.
It's an analogy.
Yeah, it's an analogy. It's like not mean-spirited. But one, I was like, you can attest to this. Don't you feel like sometimes when you're hosting, your biggest battle is convincing the crowd it's not weird that they're immediately seeing the headliner? Because don't you feel like sometimes you get out there and some of the crowd's like, huh? Who's this dude?
Wait, say it again?
Like, I feel like not all comedy crowds, not everyone in a comedy crowd come to a comedy club. Sometimes it's the first time they don't understand it's about to be a host, a feature, and a headliner. Yeah. They come to see Brad Williams. They think this motherfucker's going to walk out on stage.
Yeah, some people think that, yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's a part of the thing you're going over. So I don't want them to be into my set. I bring up little people in any way that I'm making fun of them. and they're like, wait, we're here to see Brad. Are you making fun of Brad?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just taking this own way. And then also, I'm like, obviously, he's going to have material about the subject that's going to blow mine out the water.
Yeah, we're doing it years.
He's been doing it for years. He's been living this his whole life. You know what I mean? Like, that's his
Anybody got
experience.
jokes about this, he got.
Yeah, so I'm like, he's just going to dust me in that way. And then also, I'm in the middle of the weed bits. So I'm thinking I'm not going to do that part. And that kind of helps me. That's my flow of the joke.
And what night is this?
This is Thursday.
Thursday.
This is Thursday night. So I find myself in the weed bit. So I'm in this jungle. I'm not knowing where I'm going in this set. And I don't know where it's taking me. So I find myself in this weed material. And as I start it, I'm like, you shouldn't be doing this. If you're going to do this, you just need to do a little bit you just need to get out of here because they're not really with it. Because they're just an older crowd. And you know what I mean? Like, I could have made them laugh at anything, sure. But I was just thinking, at that moment in the middle of the set, I would realize, I was like, if I had just game planned material I know they would like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything would have gone better. Anyways, get through it fine. I ended up skipping the midget thing. It didn't make as much sense. But I got through it. I had like a decent set. I just got the bitch going. Joe goes up there, and this is also, I found out, this is Joe's first time featuring an entire weekend.
Oh, word.
He's never featured before at Good Night. So this is kind of like, a big deal for him or whatever. I think he actually wrote his name on the wall at the end. By the way, motherfucker, why is your name on the Good Night wall? When did you write that on there?
Yeah, I was sitting there, I was like, oh, my name was Wall one day, and Jordan Fisher was just like, just fucking do it. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So, boom, wrote it.
Okay, that's
it's
right.
It's not even like a. I was gonna say that you're doing like it's some kind of big deal, and it's like, nah, nigga, fucking write your name, cause like niggas we know got the names.
Yeah, I've seen like Thomas Dixon's up there.
Yeah, fucking write that shit before you leave.
Yeah, but Joe was like, we were having a conversation about how like the wall, cause this is Brad's first time at Good Night, so he was like, oh, I'm gonna get a Sharpie, I'm gonna write on this wall. I'm like, oh, that's fucking tight, man. We're talking about the people. Kevin Hart was there in 09. We're talking about the big names, the little names. I see Thomas Dixon, and Joe was like, yeah, I think I'm going to write my name. He was like, that's how I found out he was like a new feature. He was like, I'm going to write my name on the wall once, I always told myself, once I feature here, I'll write my name on the wall. I'm like, when did you write that? He's like, I'm going to wait till Saturday night. And I was like, oh, it's your first time. And I thought that was cool. In my mind, I've always thought, I was like, I can't headline this. Until I headline this place, I can't write my name.
My same brain.
Exactly.
Same brain, bro.
But then like, but it's funny because, no one's ever, there's no rules of the wall. No one rules. Yeah.
Just fucking do it, man.
But it's just something that I felt like we all just like casually respected. So we're talking about how like we respect this, and then we look over and we see your name. And we're like, I bet he did that after he bombed at an open mic. It just needed to feel good.
Nah, nigga, I did that at fucking.
We were like laughing, like it was.
Nah,
fun.
I did that at Ian Bag, nigga. That's like my fucking. I don't know what time hosting at Good Night. So I'm like, fuck, I work here, nigga.
Hey, yo, lucky I was like, if I hit 10 full weekends hosting, I either do it then or when I feature. If I ever feature.
I don't know how many times I hosted a Good Nights now. Since the first time it happened, I really can't.
Probably figured out. You think you've hit 10? You're probably like 7. I would say you're probably 7. Hey, look. Either way, niggas in the big house.
I'm at 5 right now.
Okay. That ain't bad, dude. That's fucking cool, man. That's lit. You've had some cool experiences for sure.
I'm about to be at 10. I think I'm about to be at 10 with Rodney.
Okay. You're doing Rodney again?
Yeah.
Dude, that's badass. I didn't know that.
16. And I got that new material too, so it's like a little bit blacker. What? I want to crush it.
Oh yeah.
I'm fucking hurt. I'm like, Rodney, look at me, bro. I'm in your footsteps. Yeah. That's all I'm like. My whole thing's like, you just fucking look at my set. If you just look at my fucking set, you know I got something. Yeah. That's all. If you perform like that, bro.
Yeah, but that's you. That's coming from you just having this little bit of a lot of insecurity that niggas are out to get you.
No, it's not that. It's I want to do this shit. I'm watching niggas do it every day.
I feel you.
And I'm like, and niggas say, how you get a bunch of followers? How do you do anything in this fucking business? It's who you know. You know what I'm saying? It always comes down to like fucking it's who you know. Gotcha. So I'm like, if I think like, yo, sometimes if I was a headliner, I would watch the whole set. I would do that. I love comedy.
Yeah, Brad did a couple times.
Todd Glass can watch our show. You know what I'm saying?
He did watch our show, and it meant a lot for we'll get into.
And like all it takes for a nigga like Todd Glass or Brad or whoever to be like, yo, I fucking like that opener.
Yeah.
I like, and they work you next time. Like, oh, like you grown a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like Eric Trinity got orny. You know what I'm saying? Like you just need, if you got a nigga in your corner that's just like that's got your best interest at heart. Just because he's like, I'm so far removed from your shit. Like you're not competition. Yeah, but once you grow, that's what it takes. It's all in my heart. That's what it really takes. To, like take you from really good open micer to fucking he might be somebody. Yeah. So I'm like, just Rodney, just look at my fucking. I'm working. So maybe the third time I see him, he's like, okay, yeah, young man, now you're ready. Yeah. Or whatever.
But you know, that is cool. If I did down the line to hosting for Brad again, I would feel like I need to come with some
heat.
some heat, new. He's got to see something.
What if you saw the same exact shit you saw from me a year apart?
Or what if you saw Rodney doing the same exact jokes? You'd be like, damn, what you mean? You on both parties, you'd be like, damn, we not working? Because I feel like that's what it is, man. It's like there's something about like the comedian code, like
work.
Like you know, I bet there are people in the business that are assholes, and not that I thought Brad would be an asshole, and he definitely wasn't. He's a very cool guy. But you know, you think about that whenever you're hosting for someone in your mind who is famous, and he obviously has a level of fame, or he's a professional comedian, so you have respect for him. So you're like, a little bit of you're like, I hope they like me. You know what I mean? Or at least hope they don't think I'm fucking annoying. That would hurt. You know what I mean? Yeah. But it's weird how it's like as soon as you start talking to him, it's like, yo, you're out here slinging bits just like I am. Yeah. They recognize that too. They did the same shit, and it's just that's what makes it a craft and not just entertainment. In my mind, you know what I mean? Because it's something where it's not like he mentored me this weekend, but in ways I learned lessons from him. Whether that he meant to say things to me or not, and we did have cool conversations for sure. But it was just. It's just cool. It's like being a leather worker and you meet like a leather worker that's been doing it for 20 years. Anything. You know what I mean? And they're just like, I see what you're doing, but like, and you see a bag that they have, and you're like, damn, that's soft.
Soft. But even if niggas work at Taco Bell, like you work at Biscuitville, nigga, I know the struggle. Like it's a camaraderie even in the bullshit. Yeah. It's just like you got a friend out here. But my name's out there. You should get your name out there.
Yo, he was dropping some knowledge. I'll get back to the Thursday set, but. Remind me of some of the knowledge he was dropping. So Thursday, I come off and I come off stage and I'm not like, literally I have a pretty good set. I'm being a little over dramatic.
Were you sweating like crazy?
No.
Dude, my first time I was sweating like a motherfucker at Thursday night. So I was wondering if it was just a me thing
but I came off stage and I was like, that's the first. I'm in my note. I was like, Thursday show, hosted for B Wills, got to do better. That's it. I got to do better. I didn't say it was bad. I didn't say it was bomb, but I got to turn around from there.
Was it dark outside or light outside when you went on stage the first time?
It was dark.
Okay, another thing. First time on stage, light outside. Definitely a daytime set.
Oh, because it was in the summer.
The Christian crowd type shit. And it was July. Yeah. And like it's all old white people, and an old man with his arms crossed was looking at me, shaking his head no from the jump. I'm doing my set in front of rejection. Yeah. And I'm just sweating like crazy. It wasn't comfortable. I'm like, is everybody's first time like this? Is terrible. Yeah. But I was wondering if your first time was anywhere near as bad as mine.
I can't say it didn't rock me a little bit. You know what I mean? I went back there and he was like, how's
the crowd?
Yeah, he was like, how's the crowd? I was like, they're pretty good. I feel like I could have been a little bit better. And he was like, I feel that. Joe goes up there and dude, this, I don't think at the. Yeah, I think I just found out his first time featuring him. So I'm like literally, I know pretty much all the bits he's going to do because, I've seen him, do these bits or whatever. I'm watching it go down. I'm seeing him play with the crowd. He has a good set Thursday night. He has a good set Thursday night. It wasn't amazing. And he was having moments like I was where it's just like, you guys like me, but I feel like we kind of talked about it's like, we know who you want to see.
Yeah, sure.
We know who you want to see. And that's kind of just like the vibe. But I'm seeing him doing it. And I'm going to keep saying this, but that Thursday night set, I was just trying to look at him objectively, and I was like, dude, this is your first time featuring, but you just look like a feature. Yeah. Like, if I tried to watch, like, just me recognize your face, and he just brought you, and he's, oh, that's my dude, came, like a Pat House situation, I'm like, boom, right there. I see, you're making, you have a really, really sound jokes, a really sound vibe, a really, almost like, it's not super clear, it's not like he found his voice, but a very easy to understand point of view. Like, you get what Joe's about. Like, he does surprise you in ways, but at the same time, he makes it comfortable to feel surprised. Does that make sense? Yeah. And I was just watching this and I was like, dude, fucking, you killed that shit. And then, Brad Williams just goes up there and fucking crushes, dude. Like, Thursday night, fuck all the shit. And there wasn't, that was probably the lightest of the shows, you know what I mean? He just fucking crushes it, man. He just fucking crushes it.
Like a professional.
Like a fucking professional, dude.
Okay.
So the first show, I'm like, and I ended up talking to him afterwards a little bit. We were talking, he was like, I'm like, all right, man, I'm out of here, blah, blah.
What's the crowd size for these shows?
I don't know numbers-wise, but it's like, the first show was the whole middle section, obviously, and then people in the back, not really a lot of people on the sides.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it was just like a solid Thursday night show. But honestly, there's a solid amount of people. And last year he was here. He was at fucking Laughing Gas. But it definitely turned out at the end of the weekend, it's like I think he just hit this level where it seemed like every show, it was like everyone was there to see them. I was asking people, I was like, oh, you were here to see Brad, or you just coming like just because you want to see comedy this weekend? And everyone's like, no, we are here to see Brad. Like this is our dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I met so many people that drove from Wilmington and the coast and the beach that drove like 3-4 hours to see this dude.
Damn.
Dude, and it was...
I want that little fame, bro. Like, when you're not famous,
dude,
but niggas will drive to see you, bro.
He broke it the fuck down on that. So he hit me up. So we're talking...
So it was packed out for the whole weekend, though. Friday, Saturday.
Every show was what you would describe as packed.
Yeah.
That show wasn't as packed as it was about to get, is what I'm basically getting to. But, all right, this is a little side note. This kind of jumping ahead. I think it's Friday night. He pulls up. He's like, yada, yada, yada. He's like, I just got hit up for a contract. This TV company. I think he said like CBS was like wants to do a sitcom with him. They hit him up like, we want to do a sitcom. Come up with the idea. He pitches me the sitcom idea that he's like toying around with. I want to, I'm not gonna. I'll tell you later, but I mean, I don't think it's gonna be a secret. But he's kind of like, it's drawn off his real life. A lot of his stand up. He was just kind of just telling me. He was like, yeah, they saw my last special, Daddy Issues or whatever, and they were like, yeah, we want something based around, your point of view that you were talking about in that special. And it was so fucking cool. And he was like, he was like, I would want to see sitcom on CBS. That's the goal. I want to get a sitcom on CBS. And I was like, why? And he was like, because not a lot of people, I was like, what, we're kind of talking about like the era of sitcoms that we're in, where not that they've died, but it's just they don't go off like they used to.
Yeah.
And people are kind of seeing the holes a little bit. And it's like, how do you not get one that like, Big Bang Theory is doing great. But if you ever watch it, I mean, in the beginning, I thought there was some episodes that were actually pretty funny. But if you watch what it is now, it just hits at such a low frequency, man. It's
not a highbrow.
It's not that it's highbrow, and it's not that it's not funny. It's just the conversations that these people that I'm supposed to believe in are having just sound like noise.
Yeah.
Like maybe the jokes are happening, but everything sounds like a conversation you're like eavesdropping on. There's just nothing real.
Yeah.
In my opinion, that when I watch it. And he was just talking about it. He was like, but CBS, he was like, they're gonna get to middle America. That's why he's like, the people on the coast, they might never see it. That's not how I want. He was like, I don't want to be famous. You know what I mean? I don't want to be famous, but I want all the money. I want all the money. I want to be. He was like, I live in LA. I don't want to walk around LA and everyone's blowing my shit up. I want to go to Des Moines and everyone's blowing my shit up because I'm there for 3 days. I want to travel to be famous. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to be famous everywhere I go. You know what I mean? He wants to pull up and I was like, you are a genius. The way he just, you know what I mean? I just understood, not necessarily that I want that, but I was just like, that is such a clear and understood, confident thought. You know what I mean? Just on some like man shit, just to feel so confident about an idea. You know what I mean? Just like, this is my goal. You know what I mean? He's like, I have a little bit of fame. Every now and then people recognize me, but I don't want any more. He's like, he says he lives in his building. There's these like YouTube and Vine stars that we would recognize that every time they walk outside, people blow the shit up. He's like, but I live in the same fucking hallway as them. Okay? I don't envy them at all. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because he was like, one, I have an actual product, and two, like, I can fucking do whatever I want. You know what I mean?
Is he still micing hard though? He's LA, like hitting open mics and shit like that.
Nah, I don't think he's. I mean, unless the mic is lit. I mean, he's on shows. I mean, he was telling me about like he gets into the Comedy Store, the fucking Improv, the fucking Laugh Factory. But I think maybe he said like Improv is like the main club that he's out at, that he goes to out there or something like that. So their mics I don't feel like are mics. You know what I mean? I feel like it's like
showcases.
You know what I mean? Whoever the fucking comes, it's like showcases and shit. But I bet he'll hit a mic if he's like workshopping. I don't know how this fucking dude writes his new material. But I actually ended up asking him that. That again jumps ahead a little. But if you want to hear, it kind of blew my mind on some. So I asked him like all the quintessential questions. I asked him shit like, where should I go? Just tell me. Just say something and I'll do it. I swear to God, you know, he doesn't know that's how I feel. But I'm just like, hey, you got any advice on just like moving to places? And the city, I'll start with that one. I was gonna say something else, but I'll start with that one. The cities he said like kind of blew my mind. He was like, places I would move, man: Chicago, Columbus, Ohio, Dallas, Texas, and maybe like one other place. And I was like, Chicago, I've heard, sure, I've heard of Chicago.
Ohio, and Texas.
I was like, but I've never. I mean, I've heard of Columbus, Ohio. And I mean, I know they have comedy clubs out there. I mean, he's like, but what makes you do that? He was like, well, they got a good comedy scene. It's not like on the map like that, but there's a good one there. You know, there's funny comics or whatever. And they have a Funny Bone there that's like a big club, and the guy that runs that one books all the Funny Bones. And he was like, so it's just an area where it's not a huge pond. So if you're funny and you get in with this guy and he likes you, he'll book you as a feature. He was like, if you get in with the Funny Bones, you'll work all year. You'll just work all year as a feature. You know what I mean? If you get, it was like there's just enough of them, and you can rotate around with different headliners. If you're in, he was like, and same thing with Dallas. He was recommending areas that are not huge ponds, but have the head of a chain that will get you to the point where you are making money doing comedy.
Yeah. As
like your main source of income. And then you probably have like a part-time thing going too. And that blew my fucking mind because we think LA, we want to make it. New York, we want to make it. Atlanta even, just because it's a cool scene, blah, 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 all this stuff. And, you know, it'll just be a vibe and maybe you'll get discovered and stuff. But it's like a realistic goal. Not that it's all about money, but to get you to a point to where your jokes can sustain a lot of your living, I think will only help you get even funnier. Yeah. You know what I mean? And be able to give you those experiences on stage. You know what I mean? And like doing shows in front of different crowds and traveling and getting a taste of that life. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, and you're a feature for them. I assume if you build your shit, you get an audience, you get some credits, you get to the point that you're headlining. I mean, you're obviously already in good graces with this franchise. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it just made me understand that, not that being in North Carolina is pointless in any means or anything like that, but it kind of seemed the same road that some of the other comics here have done. Like Ben Jones, he got in with the Comedy Zones, so he works Comedy Zones. Yeah. And they have a string of clubs, and that keeps them working. And it just made me understood why people go to clubs, why people are loyal to certain clubs, and what, at the end of the day, a certain club can do for you. Yeah. And just because maybe a certain, like the Idiot Box isn't a club that I can go to and be the funniest dude there, and the staff love me more than anyone else, and that booked me all year around the country because there's only one Idiot Box. Yeah. But what it does provide is the community. One, it's right there in Greensboro. I love the people. It has its own things that it provides for me. But it's just breaking it down, a city and a franchise and a club in that way really opened up my mind to a lot of stuff, to be honest. Not to say that I'm interested in moving to Columbus, Ohio. Yeah, I
was like, bro, if you do that, you're on your own, bro.
Because obviously, maybe I don't want to live in Columbus. Maybe Columbus is cool as fuck. Maybe Columbus is on some low-key baller shit. I have heard Texas is the shit. But
I heard about Texas, too.
I've heard about Texas,
but certain parts of, like, people like Dallas and Austin and Houston, I'm like, which one is it, though? Which one?
Well, honestly, I don't know how far away all of them, and then you also have San Antonio. He said Phoenix. He was like, that they have a lot of clubs, and it is popping in Phoenix.
Phoenix, Arizona.
Yeah. He was like, it's pop. And it was just the shit he was dropping on me. He was like, that. I mean, he's just trying to be like, that's how you.
We'd be the diversity in Phoenix, Arizona.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I mean, leading to paper. I mean, but all, you know, it's all a pipe dream. You don't know what a situation will bring, but it definitely made me sit back and be like, I got more to understand. Yeah. There's more to this shit.
Oh, definitely. I mean?
Yeah. There's more ways to go about it. You know what I mean?
That's why I was talking to I was talking to Carl about this, but I kind of mean it for all like the newer guys, like, you know, Nick, Mark, Tommy, Dehaj, Alex, Renee, all of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just had certain moments. And I thought you had certain moments
also, too. Shouts out Renee.
Shout out Renee, bro.
Yeah, I think you listen. I don't know. You listen. I think I've heard you that you said listen to episode. If you listen to this one, shouts out to you, man. You're getting funnier.
He's definitely getting funnier.
You're definitely getting funnier.
I don't know what's happening, but you're getting funnier.
You're getting funnier, and just shouts out to you. I respect you.
Yo, shout out to Alex Garrison too, bro. Like, you have been getting funnier, bro. You have been getting funnier, my nigga.
I don't mean to shit on your shouts out, but I'm about to really shout out to Alex or some shit I saw last week. So.
Oh, what?
Yeah, you don't even know about this. So, I see Alex Garrison. I go to Good Nights Mike, and Alex Garrison's there. He's also there with Angel's there too. Old fucking can't keep his jaw shut. Angel.
Oh, locked jaw, open mouth.
Yeah, I think he definitely listens too. But Angel, you're cool. But
thick, loose hair.
You got a while before we don't stop ripping on you. But your time is coming. And I do see you hustling. More shouts out to Renee, but Angel, you're also hustling. I'm going to keep it real. That's how I feel. Alex Garrett today. I see, comment. You guys are going to hear him on the podcast eventually. He's coming up soon. So I've always seen him hustle. He'd be going to Laughing Gas as much as he can. I knew he hustled, but then I pull up and see this motherfucker at Good Nights, and I was like, "Oh, were you like in Raleigh for something?" He was like, "No, I just drove out here." And I was like, and I kind of was just like, "Why did you drive out here?" Like, I'm just curious, why didn't you just go to UNTSA?
Yeah.
I mean, I was kind of fishing to be like, "Are you out here to like try to get in this shit?" But I didn't outright say it. But he was like, "Well, I just heard that you have to do this," and I didn't get what he meant. Anyways. But he was just like, you got to start coming to this mic if you want to start doing shit here. And I was like, yo, that is true. So I know who Alex Garrison is. Like, I think he's hilarious. I think he's a great joke writer. I like what he does on stage. And I only want to see this kid get funnier. Like, every time I see him on stage, I'm like, I can't wait to still see you get funnier. So I know Alex Garrison. So he says that. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I go into the mic. I'm going last that night. I'm going very last. So I'm just sitting back.
That's the record you sent me?
Yeah. So
Higgins spot?
Yeah. So and he's going on like a little later. He's a little deeper in the list too. But there's only like 20. But that is the Higgins spot. I named it that the other night.
That's what it is.
That's what it is. But I'm like seeing the night and dude, the Tuesday mic was so lit. I
heard it.
That was one of the most lit mics I've ever been to, because it was fucking packed and the crowd was into it. And like, shouts out to the people that don't normally do well, because you crushed that night. That's how good it was going. I was seeing people that you normally cringe at. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm like seeing you. I'm like, I saw the light in you. Like, I'm seeing people now that I'm like, maybe you could do this. Maybe there is a lane for you at some point. Like, some people I'm not gonna mention, but I'll tell you later.
Yeah.
That was like, you can get it, dog.
Okay.
You just all right. So go ahead. Are you about to say something?
It's some stuff on the we can't talk about on the podcast.
Yeah, fair. So I'm seeing this going down, and it's fucking lit. And like, I'm like, Alex Garrison's 2 people away. I'm like, this dude's about to go off. So much so, I wanted to tell someone. I want to go and whisper to someone. And also,
just watch out.
I'm also, all right, I'm just seeing people, like, it is a good crowd. I'm just seeing people that have been doing it, that are in the scene in Raleigh, and they're having, like, just pretty good sets compared to how good it could, because I'm seeing how hard people are going, and, like, the crowd's so into it. And I'm like, Alex Garrison's about to really dust some people hard. I'm seeing it's about to happen. I'm like, he's about to dust some people, and no one knows who he is. He's about to come off great. And specifically, if he listens, or I'm going to tell him again, I'm like, I even told him that night. Okay, so anyways, he gets on stage, he does this whole fucking thing. They are in the palm of his hand. No one in the room is expecting what's going to happen. At least when we're at the UNTSA mic, a lot of the people in the room are comics. And the people know him. We know we're about to get. We just want to see how he's going to do it. You know what I mean? That's the game. But when you get to see a room where it's open mic, people are going up, and no one knows Alex's style, like, the one-line delivery, super dry.
Love that shit, dude.
No one knows what's going to go on. That's the first time I saw truly how powerful it was. I was like, he did the first joke, I was like, it's over. He's just going to sail through this fucking set.
He did.
And he did. He fucking killed it. And I'm seeing all the other comics being like, all the comics are laughing. And not all the comics laugh at every other comic. You know what I mean? And they're just like, this is hilarious. And I'm seeing them, I'm like, yo, Alex, just keep coming. Because they got a little sliver of all the jokes I know he can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
All he has to do is keep going, and that's just, he's going to get booked for win. You know what I mean? Like, that's just going to, it's just going to make him such a better comic, too. Because it also, especially if he gets booked for Wednesday shows, he's actually going to have to start broadening how he does comedy, which I think is only going to benefit everyone.
Yeah, for
you know
sure.
What I mean?
Yeah, meanwhile, at UNCSA, it was sad.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, nobody showed up.
Damn, dude. I mean, it's not like I'm not going because I don't want to go and I'd rather go to.
When I'm out there, I see myself as the people's comic. I'm like, yo, let's have a beer. Let's talk about some issues real quick. Work some stuff out. Some people get real upset that it's empty, and like just don't address so heavy that it's not as fun as you want it to be, because we get it,
dude. And honestly, last time I was there, and everybody was talking shit. It was like, oh, no one's showing up, and then like 7 minutes after 10, a bunch of people showed up, and it was lit. And I was like, see, guys.
But I'm like, the people who did show up, people who did show up want to see this.
Yeah, well,
you know what I'm saying? Like, why? Like, when people say, "Oh, this fucking sucks," you're inherently saying the people that showed up,
they made a bad idea.
Y'all suck and made a bad choice.
Yeah, you guys should plan your nights better.
Yeah, like the people like we thought you guys were gonna be funny. That's what we thought.
Yeah, if we had a better day, we wouldn't have.
It's nobody's fault. Like, it's nobody. I just like, yo, have fun with who's there, man. That's why I like Public House.
Yeah.
You know, because like
I haven't been there in a minute.
it's empty sometimes, but I know the niggas there. They're like, yo, we like seeing you, so like, yo, come tell some jokes for the four of us. I'm like, I'll do it, because you still get the same feedback. Because they like you doesn't mean you know it's not valuable. Hoots is different because you're so far away from every goddamn body. It's so dark. I'm like, Hoots is like the old idiot box is like little slutty sister.
Yeah, that's
I'm like, y'all did not fuck
that's
this
doing
up.
the worst parts way worser.
Yeah, like I respect your sister. Your sister was fucking by a train track, and she was working.
Yeah, she was doing her best for the situation she was put in. You know what I mean?
Like you don't gotta be this way.
You could have a better situation, but you just choosing this whole life.
You choose this whole life. Like your sister will put a boot on tape.
Yeah, Hoots is the hoe mic.
Hoe mic.
But see, I don't want that to be misconstrued. No hoes at the Hoots.
Yeah, there are no hoes at that mic.
Yeah,
Nobody's giving out or letting you pay for pussy.
No, that's not.
But I'm saying it's just
I fuck with Hoots, but in my mind,
it's just the loosest atmosphere possible.
you gotta go early.
You gotta go early. That's it. You gotta go early. It's just like a hoe. You're gonna be the first couple niggas. You know what I'm saying? You don't be nigga number 15.
Yeah, you can't.
15 ain't getting shit.
That late spot. And like you think like you're saying, even the people that are here, but sometimes when it's just you.
No, who's is it?
Sometimes when it's you, the dude that runs the mic, the bartender, and the two dudes you rode with.
It's the exception.
That know the jokes you're gonna do. And those two are about to come up after you, and then you're gonna sit down there. At some point it's like, what are we doing, guys?
Yeah. You gotta work stuff out at Hoots and Public House. We got a pretty good little regimen if we like look at every night something to do. I just wanna go to Hoots.
Yeah. I mean, since the beginning of the year, the Good Nights mic has been so lit. Like I keep telling. I mean,
you've been crushing it.
Like y'all should be coming out because I mean, it's fun. And
I know it's fun.
I be doing new bits in front of a bunch of fucking people.
It's the time commitment because it's a 3-hour party a day just off of the drive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then like the mic itself is another 2 hours?
No, because they cut the list.
Hour?
If you go last. And
what time did bitch start?
And it starts at 8.
It's just like from damn near 6 to 11, you out there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's just.
But I'm trying to tell you, I know what it is, and I think it's worth it.
Especially, but you also closer though.
Yeah, but if I was in Winston, but if I was in Greensboro, I would, and I ain't have shit to do.
If I was using Greensboro, you want to ride the truth and do on the old school, like let's get this fucking stage time.
I'd be trading off, is what I'm saying. I'd be going back and forth because sometimes you don't make the list. Sometimes you sign up, or I don't know, like you know what I mean.
So you don't always get on.
I signed up. No, actually, every time I've signed up, I've gotten on. I take that back.
But see, I mean,
one time I miscommunicated with Brandy, or she was just on the new policy shit before I found out. Shout out to her, yo. I mean, it's not hard for me to sign up on the website. I just forget. And I lie. So if I just remember, if I don't remember, that's when I come to you in CSA, or if I'm going to already be in Winston. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong. I love UNTSA and I like it. And there's sometimes even when Good Nights is lit, I'm like, I'd still be right. I wish I was hanging out with the squad. Like,
them old trips, man. Cool. It was you, me.
I would get out of class and we would just burn. We would
just go, dude. I mean,
it really was me and you for a grip.
For a long time.
For a grip.
Before that, though, it was me and Phil, and that was crazy. Cause I'm out here.
It's always gonna be me. Yeah.
We out here, nigga.
We out here, dude.
Dude, when I get this, dude, okay, so listen, Thursdays is you gotta do better, you know what I'm saying? Thursday you gotta do better, it's not packed. Okay. People there, it's not packed. Friday is packed. First show
is like packed.
20 people?
It's not.
Strong 2?
But it's not sold out.
Energy's good.
The energy is good. It's so.
Are they like talking before the show? Like everything?
Yeah, they're so into it. It's just Friday night, the early show. It's popping, dude.
Late show.
The first show.
I'm saying with the late show.
Well, I'm about to describe it. The first show, when the joke hits, it pops and goes down.
You have recordings.
I have recordings, yeah. It pops and then goes down. The second show, we were just feeling so good, so we're going off the energy off each other. Also, no matter how I describe me and Joe's feelings on these sets, one, Joe every single time does better than me. But that's just, he just does a little bit. He just takes the energy and rides it. But really, like
it's also in the alley. Like you're tossing the ball. You gotta dunk it.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And like I'm saying, I'm gonna keep saying it. all weekend he looked like a feature. It was sick to see some of their first weekend featuring.
A nigga we know.
He didn't even get wavered, I felt like. You know what I mean? It seemed like
Feature.
Yeah, exactly. And it was always correspondent kind of how my set went. But Brad, no matter what, every crowd, no matter who they were crushed it every single time. Every single time, no matter what me and Joe did.
How many years in the game is he?
13.
Jesus.
Yeah, every single time he was going the fuck off, and it was hilarious. I was laughing every night. It was cool.
Was it an act? Was doing crowd work? Was he like,
dude? The first night, because
he had an opener or closer?
No, he definitely has an hour act that's like jam packed, and I feel like the Thursday night he ran it. He ran. That was it in my eyes. What I'm saying. And the next night he starts pretty much with the same like 20 minutes. But in that, it's just like every night he just lets it go different places. And then for the late shows, I didn't realize, late show Friday night, he ended with like a whole new 20 or 30 minutes that was just like way more raunchy and just more like late show feel. And I was just like, you're a fucking god. Like he just took it so many different places, didn't include parts. He has this like badass story that I'll get into, like how I watched it so many times. I saw how he did it, and I'm like, that story is perfect. He just, the way he's able to, he just tells this cool story where he just tells a little bit of it, and then it breaks away into a completely separate story for like 11 minutes of hilarity and different bits, and then ties back into the last 2/3 of the first story. And like I've seen him do it, and like every single time, once he got done with the whole story, it was like a 25 minutes on the dot had been done with the set. It was like, that's how, like he said, he's like ready to record it, but he's about to get married and shit or whatever. But I feel like every night he would do the 25 and then be like, all right, now what's up? What do I want to do next? You know what I mean? Like he just
25 is a staple.
Is the staple, but he would still go into different things. He would incorporate the crowd in different ways, and it was cool. But he definitely has his hour that he could record, and it would
13 years in the game.
13 years in the game.
Ali Sadiq is 19 years in the game, bro.
That's crazy.
He took a picture with him, Tony Roberts. You know who Tony Roberts is?
Yeah.
Ricky Smiley, and nephew Tommy, like Steve Harvey's like mentor, like little apprentice or whatever.
Yeah, I didn't know.
He said they made me get in the middle because I'm the young buck. He's 19 years in the game, bro.
Wow.
He's in the middle because he's the rookie out of the whole group.
You know what's funny? Like,
He's opening for these guys.
That'll always be like that.
Bro, always, bro.
Like the game don't end. You know what I mean?
It never stops.
It never stops.
It's never gonna stop. Cause we out here.
We out here.
But so, like, how do you feel now that both of us like kind of got our foot in the door? Do you feel good about the whole weekend overall?
Yeah. Not only do I feel good about it, I feel like I represented well. I don't like. I was talking about the Thursday night set. I feel like if anything, if on the hardest critique, it was. You would say that it didn't go well the whole time, but he stayed positive and made sure the show was going to be great.
Yeah.
I just made sure that happened because Joe went up there and had a good set.
But see, the worst part about the host is when you get like narcissistic and think it's about you.
It's
like
not.
nobody cares.
No. Nope.
Nobody cares. Like honestly, not saying that doing bad is recommended, but if you do bad, you still set it up for the next guy.
Yeah.
Because he's going to be funny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you
for
can't.
sure.
And if he doesn't do well, then the headline is going. Like it's everybody's jobs. Like carry their own little chunk.
Yeah.
Of the show.
Yeah.
And like if you fuck up as a host, who cares? Like you do 5 to 8 minutes.
Yeah.
I'll cut myself short. I like myself early.
Oh,
nigga.
okay. So describe
If I'm not
the Thursday
doing well.
night show. I was doing 12.
Yeah.
I was doing 12 minutes. Describe the first show. I was getting the light at 10. Saw the light. Brought Joe up immediately. I saw the light and just brought Joe up. I was like, because they kind of just laughed. I was like, that'll be the laugh. I'm not gonna wait out to see if I can get another laugh.
Yeah.
Because that's all right. I remember I was gonna tell you this. When I saw the light first show Thursday, I was like, if I try to go into another bit for another 2 minutes and try to end on a bigger laugh, that decision will be the difference of me considering this and everyone in the room considering this and the staff considering Micah bombed Thursday night.
Yeah.
So I was like, if I ended here, Micah didn't bomb.
See, a bomb is a matter of time. It's all a matter of time.
It is
like
a matter,
if it's bad for 5 minutes, is it really bad?
But my thing is, not only is it's weird how it's not only like a matter of time, but it's also the lasting impression.
Yeah.
So it does depend on how it ends.
Did you get anything at the end? Did you get anything at the end?
Exactly. You know, and just having a positive energy. And still, after the shows, people were like, "Oh, I thought you were hilarious." I mean, people were still really kind and said they enjoyed it. They don't know what you're thinking. That's another thing I kind of realized a lot about crowds and the actual process of someone to come seeing a stand-up show. I think comics too much have the wrong opinion on what's actually happening.
Yeah.
Because I'm seeing it happen, like, boom. Like, I've never seen that before. This is my first time on the weekend where I'm seeing an empty comedy room fill up. Mm-hmm. Exactly what I want. I go to other local shows. I hope that happens. And even if thank God it happens, it doesn't happen again in an hour and a half. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then the next night, two more times. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm seeing people just come in with an innocence of, I mean, we dressed up. I'm ordering drinks. I got some fucking chicken. I want to laugh. Yeah. Like, even if they're not feeling you, or maybe if they're not necessarily
they want to believe in you.
Well, sometimes I'm also thinking, if you're just someone out night, you think you're going to go see comedy, you know this dude, but you've never been to a comedy show, you're just watching comedy. So if in this moment, if in this moment this person that is saying something that you're not laughing at, that doesn't mean that you hate them or don't like them or think they're not funny. You're like, wow. You're still watching comedy. You're just waiting until you're just understanding, you're listening, and almost an eagerness. And I think it's when they are eager and then no one's laughing, and then we perceive it because of our insecurities and say, this is going bad. They're like, oh, this is going bad. And then they feel nervous, and then they're like, I was eager for something to go well, and then, you know what I mean? And then they don't even have to understand.
People are just waiting.
Especially in a situation like that, people don't even have to understand that you're not funny. Like, you don't even have to get that into their minds. Yeah. You just need to keep going. The whole, like, are you bombing or
not crushing it?
Are you just not crushing it?
I have been using that more and more.
Just keep going. Like, why does everyone all of a sudden hate you? That's literally what I think. Sometimes I think other comics think you're like, oh, everyone pulled back on that joke. We'll comment on it, and it's like, did they? Or you need to write something funnier sooner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Say something funny.
Self-responsibility.
You know what I mean? It's just people want to laugh.
They do.
Especially people in general want to laugh, and especially people that go to comedy shows. Specifically, those people want to laugh. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what my original point was going to be with that, but that was just some shit I realized with the audiences too. Especially seeing them at the end with Brad killing them. I'm like, these people are bent over. They're laughing. They're crying. They're having a great time. They're getting like this whole show. Like, it's just cool. The nights I did well, coming off stage, I was like, these people aren't ready for what's about to happen because Joe's about to take it to the next level, and then Brad's about to knock it out of the fucking park. It's like, it was just cool to be a part of such a cool show. Yeah. I definitely did realize again, what I said on the Rich Voss show, like, when you're hosting, by design, you were going to have the least funny set. 1, by minutes, and 2, by experience and getting the crowd warm up, and just
you're supposed to
understand and just having a understanding of that and not letting that discourage you. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not to say like fucking if you bomb it's cool, but
you're not going to have the best set of the night.
Yeah, you're not. And if you do, something happened.
Terribly wrong.
Something went terribly wrong. If you're 12
either you're a prodigy or somebody didn't do their job.
Yeah, something else. Yeah, or you did something to fuck the show up. You fucking pulled your dick out and it crushed, but then everyone's like, I get to see everyone's dick. I know what the show's about now. You know what I mean?
It's a dick showing show.
It's a dick showing show. But also to kind of go with my point earlier, I had a game plan for all the other sets, and that helped. Okay. Because I still kept it loose. I worked some new bits over the weekend, which was kind of cool. It felt good. I did that Melania Trump and that Donald Trump shit. I didn't do the Asian white sauce shit.
Oh, okay.
I didn't do that part.
That part's funny.
Because I didn't get to it, but one show worked really well, one show not as much. Oh, so the differences. So Friday night, first show, pop, laughter pop, and then dies away.
Late show.
Pop. Late show, it just waves up and goes down. It just doesn't pop unless Brad's on stage. Pops from Brad.
Pops hard.
But that was kind of like me and Joe's vibe. But it was just like Friday night late show.
What was the best show?
Oh, okay.
Saturday show.
The first show. Saturday show was the best show. That was the best show.
Hands down.
Other than Brad's late night set. Brad's late night set was then like took it next level. It was even better than the earlier set, and the earlier set was the best set.
I'm glad you got it now so you can remember the days and like the night, the first show, late show. It starts getting blended. You're like, man, what day was that again?
Yeah.
Like, who was that?
I remember. So Friday night wasn't as good, but I had a better set than I did Thursday night. Yeah. It was still a better set than that set, so I was happy. Joe went on stage, and that was probably, I think he said that was his least favorite. Or he said Thursday maybe would have been the worst, but I felt like they liked it better on Thursday for him than they did Friday night, whatever. Saturday night is the most packed I've seen good nights since a competition. And Tom Segura. Like, if there were seats, there was 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it is packed all the way in the back, all the way on the fucking sides. It's fucking packed. So I'm seeing these people. I go up there. I mean, it's popping, dude. Like, they're laughing at everything. I'm having to wait a little bit in between bits and just like the middle of like a phrase because I gotta let the laughter die down. Joe gets up there and rips, dude. Easily the best I've ever seen Joe. Easily the best I've ever seen Joe do. Rips. Like, I have little pauses where people had to laugh or like they're just into it, but he was having like looks that were getting laughs. It was like, and they were locked in and they were like laughing on, and they were just just in the pocket and just with it. And then Brad goes up there and it's just as he's coming up, they're so excited. So excited to fucking see this dude, and he fucking is crushing it. He is killing it. Gets the fucking standing O at the end, which is tight as a host because you're coming on as kind of the standing O's give it. So like I'm like shaking his hand, and as he's getting off, and I'm like looking at these people. I'm like hell yeah, whatever. I'm like I'm having good energy, but I'm like this is not my standing O, but I'm gonna try to get a little bit of this feeling. Like this feels good right now to see these people stand up.
Keep it going.
So I'm just like fuck yeah. It was just I don't know. It was cool. Obviously, that's his standing up, but it's just to see it happen, but to get to see it from his point of view is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To be on stage and to see it, what he just saw, I'm like,
and to have earned it.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, these are goals. I gotta do this one day. You know what I mean?
That's good shit, man. So like you think you probably get another one.
I mean, I think so. I mean, hook the boy up. I feel like
you think you get another one?
I feel like I did a good job, and I know I had fun. And I had fun with the people there. I was joking with the...
I think Brad probably gave a good review. Like, he was helpful.
Dude, we talked a bunch, man. Like, he was so forthcoming with any questions. Super down-to-earth guy. Talking about anything. I mean, he pitched to me the pilot that he kind of, like, thought of that day. Obviously, he'll do whatever he wants to do. But I was like, that's cool. I didn't, like, pitch any ideas to him, but I asked him questions about it. And just more of the process. And he was... If he was any nicer, it would have been weird. You know what I mean? Like, he was just a normal dude, man. It was just cool.
I'm hyped, bro.
It was
so
cool.
Okay. So
Saturday late show. So in all this, he tells us Saturday when we get there, or he tells us Thursday night. He's like, so I flew out here. I did this porn. He was like, I hosted the porn awards back in the day. Something happened. I just got a little into the porn world. Is kind of what he described. He can go to details, and I was like, I want these details, but I'm not gonna ask.
Whatever. Yeah.
He was like, once you dip your toe in, you're just kind of in it. So on the flight over here or whatever, he was like, I get hit up from a local porn star in Raleigh. That flies out to LA and does shoots, but apparently does shoots here in Raleigh as well, and is a porn star. People know her name's Brandy Love. I don't know if that Joe when it brought up, he was like, I know who Brandy Love is. I know exactly who Brandy Love is.
That's not who Brandy Love is.
Good looking girl. Okay. I just saw her whenever she showed up, but he hits her up and it's like, hey, she's white, and he hits her up and he's like, hey, can't wait to see you this Saturday. Come to the show, and he was like, so Saturday night there's gonna be a porn star here, and I was like, dude, that's badass. Joe's like, let's try to meet her. Like, I want to meet her. Blah blah blah. And so I forget about it. So Saturday late show, he's like, yeah, they just showed up. They were just sitting in the back. They have like a little party together that they're all with. And so he's like, this is going to be fun. I'm like, yeah, Saturday night late show, a good show, but same thing with Friday and Saturday. It's the Saturday first show, pop, pop, pop. The next show, it was just good sets like all around for me and Joe. It was like good solid sets, still better than the Thursday night, the late night Friday, probably better than the first night Friday. But it just, a little drunker, not talkative, but just a lot of noise going on. You know what I mean? Just like a lot of just rumblings. Does that make sense? There's still a lot of people. It pretty much sold out late show too.
Yeah.
I think it did. So I just didn't go in there until when the lights were off. But Brad goes up there and he is killing it. He is fucking killing it, dude. Like harder than any other night. And I'm just like watching it. I'm like, did I tell you I'm setting up his merch? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm setting up. So I'm in there for what he's doing, and I've seen the set. I realize he leaves out a joke. Like he leaves out a joke he normally does. He does this joke about how he's way better at doggy style than any tall motherfucker, and he just does this thing. Well, he in the act out he gets on the ground on his knees. He's talking about he does this thing where you get a crane putting net up, and he's just talking about how he can stand at the perfect height. Yeah, and that's why he does this whole fucking thing. So I realized he didn't do that joke. He gets to the end of the show. He mentions his merch, so I'm over there setting it up, and he starts bringing up. He was like, I just want to, I'm so thankful to be here in Raleigh, North Carolina. I got hit up by a friend. Ends up bringing this porn star on stage. She doesn't know she's going on stage. She goes up there and he's like, welcome our local, adult film actress for Raleigh, Brandy Love, and like people will clap. I mean, it seemed like people kind of knew her. You know what I mean? She's in Raleigh or whatever. I guess she has some type of I mean, she has some type of fan base in Raleigh. I really do think that. And
probably more than people were saying, like, yeah. You know, people, stuff like this with their girlfriends are like, who the fuck is Brandy Love?
I think she's probably been, like, on local radio. It's just something, she has some type of, like, people know, like, Brandy Love lives in Raleigh. Like, that's just.
I know that now.
Yeah. I personally never heard of her, but man, I look at a lot of names.
Who does? It's always like.
I'm looking at the thumbnails
I'm looking at keywords. Chubby, amateur.
Yeah, amateur shit. And I do see a lane for it, but sometimes I want to.
Point of view.
I'm just like, give me some production value. I mean, Day Hodges' joke is funny where he talks about he looks at porn and just seeing a life that he wants. Like, damn, that's a big ass TV.
Yeah.
I do kind of like that too. I'm like, this is a nice ass random man.
But when I see niggas whose job it is to have sex, like this is gonna go smoothly. It's designed to go smoothly. Real sex for me doesn't go smoothly. Shit happens. You catch a cramp. You need some water. Like sometimes take a break. Sometimes you gotta stop straight up. Just be like, all right, let's come back to this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not a strict one way. Like 27 minutes of me sweating my balls up, pounding puss, and you having no gag reflex. That ain't real.
Yeah, it's not real.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna get tired.
I feel that.
I want to see the porn reflect my real life.
I got that.
Not just some six pack nigga just fuck 8 bitches in a row.
Yeah.
Not sweating at all.
They're all into it.
And they're all into it. They don't care that he's fucking this other girl now.
I wouldn't wear a do-rag.
Oh, you got Tim's on.
Brings her on stage, and
she nervous?
Nah, she's fine. She seems cool, but they've never met, and she doesn't know she's getting on stage. So he starts closing on that bit I'm talking about. So he starts talking about he's like, fucking tall dudes can't fuck, yada 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 yada. He asks her to get on all fours, and she gets on all fours, and he does the bit on her where he's back there pretending like he's like a tall dude, like doing doggy style, he's doing thing. People are like being like, damn, this is hilarious. This is going so hard. But yada yada yada. He's like joking with her. He's like getting the crowd involved, and he was like, all right, guys, this is late show Saturday night. She didn't know anything that's gonna go. This is late show Saturday night. This is my first time in Raleigh. People, it's like as he's talking, like getting into this, like
hype everybody up.
People are like laughing. He's not doing a joke. He's just hyping people up, but they're just like, yeah, they're just into it. And he's just like, I just want to end with a bang. And we know that she's a porn star, so I mean, he asked like, have you ever had sex with a midget? You know, he's like fucking doing the thing or whatever. He's like, so there's not a lot of things I can do right now that she's never done, but I want something new for everybody. So blah blah blah, fucking DJ hit the music. He's like, you guys are gonna see a fucking midget strip with a porn star, give a lap dance to a porn star or whatever. So he hits the fucking music. He hits fucking to the windows, to the walls by fucking
Lil Jon Eastside Boys.
Lil Jon and the Eastside Boys, and he's like dancing. He's getting the crowd going, and people are like starting to stand up and like dance, and like the crowd is already going nuts. So he's just dancing. He's having people point at windows to the walls, blah blah blah. He then starts doing like. He starts like dancing around, people going crazy. He then does a cartwheel perfectly over into her lap, so where he's upside down and his ass falls in her lap, and then like is upside down twerking. The crowd goes insane. He like seamlessly hops away. I'm like seeing all this happen. I'm recording. I've got a video of it. I posted it. and he's like doing all this shit, and I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck is this dude doing? He fucking spins out of that perfectly, closes her leg, gets a running start, hops into her lap, takes his shirt off, and then just like throws it in the crowd is going crazy. Like she's freaking out. It's hilarious. Everyone's on their fucking feet, and then he just gets off, and he's like, Raleigh, North Carolina, like fucking, like he gets off stage like a goddamn rock star, dude. And he fucking got off stage, they fucking cut the music up, and it was a party. I went up there, and I was like, fuck, that was amazing. Thank you guys. Peace. You know what I mean? It was just, I touched her hand as she got down, I helped her down, I was a gentleman. I was like, hey.
Okay. All right, Micah.
It was
overall success.
Dude,
overall
huge success because it really showed me. I was like, dude.
It's a hustle though, that gas tank.
I mean, I was coming from, because of the Charlotte thing, but if I would have just been coming from Durham, it would have been 30 minutes. Right over there.
Right here, baby.
I'm back again. Oh, I can't go away. Like, I'm just... But it was so cool because that spoke so many volumes to me because I was like, this nigga is so into this game that he just drove it. As he was coming, he was like, oh, there's going to be a porn star. Like, she's coming to Saturday Night Late Show.
He plotting the whole time.
This is gonna. He doesn't know. He's not talking. I was like, did you talk to her about anything? He's like, nah, I didn't fucking say anything. I just fucking knew she would do it because I'm the shit. Like,
oh, really?
I just crushed for an hour. He didn't say all that. But like that.
Well, he got me thinking that I'm Brad.
this is his first time at Good Nights. This is his first impression. I mean, not that Stav is like, if you don't do well, you can't come back. But, you want to show well your first time at a club. I'm like, that is how you end a Saturday night. That's how you end a weekend of crushing.
Oh, yeah.
You crush harder than you ever could because of something that just happened to come together that no one knew but you in your mind.
Yeah.
I was like, that is some mastermind shit. I later asked him, and he was like, because I don't know if you've ever seen a special. He closed on a special, but he used to close on it back in the day. He would bring someone on stage, and he was like, I would just do it, and then at some point I just quit doing it. He was like, because I didn't want to be the dude that fucking strips, and the people are like, Brad Williams, he strips at the end. That's what he closes on. He was like, I didn't want people to think that. And he was like, so now I only pull it out whenever you want to like demolish Crush. That's what he said. He was like, whenever I want to like super crush, like whenever I want it to be like,
yeah.
And it's like that's a situation where I was like, damn, that's an old hat to you. And he was like, yeah, I did that back in the day. So that it was so impressive, dude. He does a fucking cartwheel, lays in a lap, so he had moves. You know what I mean? Like he knew he got the DJ to get the song he wanted. You know what I mean? He planned the whole fucking thing.
That's dope. And
I was just like, yo, that's just a way to fucking be in the moment. That's being a comic, dude. That's being a comedian. That's being a funny, thrill-seeking person that we all are. That anyone that tries an open mic, I think everyone has that they want to see something crazy, awesome happen. You know what I mean?
That's good. Brad Williams out here crushing. Your first weekend hosting, Joe's first weekend feature. A lot of stuff happened this weekend. Ended up going drinking with some of Joe's friends. Brandy D was like there for a minute, but she left the bar like immediately on some like really strange. You wouldn't think a porn star would do that type shit. Like she left super. But we went and drank with Brad. He didn't really drink, but we were fucking dancing at this fucking bar. It was sick. There was a bunch of fucking people. I got a little too drunk, but it was a lot of fun. Really cool dude. Okay. That's dope. Anything you want to add, man? This is your episode. You know what I'm saying? You big time out here.
Thanks, man. I feel
you big time out here.
But also, I was also gonna ask,
Nigga, I'm in the trenches. If you ever want to know how JD is doing, I'm in the goddamn trenches. Follow my Instagram, nigga. I'm bombing.
No,
I'm out here in the trenches for these new bits.
Dude, so he makes this fucking emotional ass post.
It's not emotional. It's funny
about him bombing. But then
Steve
said that you didn't bomb.
Steve's nice as shit. He's nice as a motherfucker, man. You know Steve's nice. Steve Lesser is the nicest fucking person.
He's so nice.
And he will be nice regardless of what happens.
Yeah, he's so
Steve
nice.
Steve is a genuine angel, and I cherish that man.
Yeah.
It really goes Martin Brady, Steve, but not 1-2. It's like 1-1A. Like it's just they're fucking nice.
Yeah, you're
and like
nice.
Steve, my first time doing comedy, he was like, "You good shit, man." Like I'm like, you just a nice fucking dude, and not like I want your $5. Just fucking, I believe in you, like you the black son I never had. Like just straight up, and I'm like, I appreciate that. But it is what it is.
Like he would whisper to your ear one day, I always wanted a black son.
I always wanted white dad.
And he's like, well, that's all I'm saying.
Hey, what's up?
What's up?
I wonder about fucking molecules and atoms and neutrons and shit.
Dude, you know what would be hilarious if he put on like a funny, like maybe sketch infused like science comedy show.
Yeah.
To where like maybe he's explaining concepts, but he's having people like act out, like come up there like I'm a fucking germ.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like funny but learning, but can you do that? I don't know.
Yeah, I would love to see him, like him and Drew Robertson probably perfect for like science comedy.
Yeah.
Have like special guests on, like we're gonna teach Micah about the I don't know, fucking
but talking
periods.
Yeah.
He'd be like, all right, shit, let's go. It's that thick learning.
But I don't know if Steve knows a lot about periods. I don't know if just because you're a scientist you know a lot.
I'm assuming. But he's gotta know more than we know.
Yeah, he does know way more than we know.
I just know that you gotta fucking be careful.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful.
You fuck girl on the period?
Huh? I mean, what's up? A lot of times it's like she's like, I can't do it right now. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's like I don't give a god. Yo, fucking
I would say I do not do that.
You ever tried it?
I think like maybe once or maybe 3 times total it's gone down like in a shower type situation, but
see you're gonna be doing it one time. You're gonna be doing it one time. It's going to happen to you as a man. You're gonna be doing it one time, just not. You don't know a cycle. You just as a man, you do
but
not
know your woman's cycle. Say something.
But I'm saying you hitting it. You're like, this is good as a motherfucker right now. Dude. And then because the noise changes. It goes from like pop to like. Oh, you're like, I'm tearing this shit up. You cut the light on, you look down, you're like, God damn. But in the moment, you're like, I did enjoy that thoroughly. So I'm not saying you should go out of your way to do it. I'm just saying it happened that way. You're like, you hitting it, you're like, this is good as shit.
No, I think that might have happened. I think I remember maybe an occasion or two that might have happened. And then afterwards I was like, I don't know if I enjoyed that as much now. Like, kind of me.
Hey, bro.
I'm just not into it, man. I don't mean to be gross.
I'm not saying you be into it.
Maybe one time, people are like, "Oh, fucking grow up." I'm like, you can tell me to grow up, but it makes me feel uncomfortable, and I think it's okay for me to feel uncomfortable.
But people like, so you be a little bit like have emotions. I'm like, I have a preference, can I?
Well, I just feel like some women get kind of upset, and they're like, she's a woman. Yeah, she's still. But I'm just like, look. We don't have to fuck all the time too. So like, and for the next 4.5 days,
and your emotions,
do something else.
Your emotions do matter. Don't let nobody tell you that don't matter.
And then I fuck the shit out of you when I really want to, and we both want to really fuck. I mean, I'm always like, yo, if you want to force me to do it right now, of course I will. But please don't force me to do that.
That soft heart.
I don't want to be forced to do that.
But see, I think you'll still be like, okay, I'm being forced to do this. But then once you get in there. You're like, let's see what can happen.
That thing, I like eating pussy, so it's like, what are you
doing? You say you don't like?
I do.
Oh, okay. Should we close on that though? Close on period sex, and you like to eat pussy?
How much time? Be done. We're going an hour and 5 minutes, and to be honest, I feel like not only have I talked too much, I got kind of rambly at some points. I want to get updated on you, because also, can we just go ahead and comment, like, you talk about the thought treatment, like, I have to publicly sometimes comment on, I have to comment on
how you gonna say you feel like you talk too much and then start talking?
I just want to get my, and you can respond, but it's just like 2-3 days I'll hit this nigga up, he says nothing to me, and I'm like, I have to publicly comment on other shit he's doing on Facebook, like, hey, guess who's not hitting Micah up to get any type of response? And it's just, can you just
is that what you want to talk about?
Can you give me any explanation of why
my phone be on silent and shit like that?
So everybody in your life is getting ignored,
but nobody's hit me up like that. Really?
I don't believe it.
I get hit up by my mom, my grandma primarily.
So those very important people in your life also get ignored.
But no, I see the phone for them. I'm like, okay, I need to talk about.
Wow, so you see the phone.
But this is my grandma, mom, bro. Like,
I'm not saying that I need to be on that level, but I just don't understand how you'll see like a little red thing on your messages. Or that's the best part. Your red receipts are on until I see that you have read it, and then just say nothing.
Nah, cause like a lot of times if I read a message or something like that, it's like when I'm like waking up from a nap, and like I'll look at it and be like, oh yeah, and then I'll turn right back over.
I do agree that I'll respond in my head. Like I'll just be like, oh, I would say this, but I don't type it out because I just get busy doing something else. That does happen to me. 2 days.
Bruh, I just won't be, cause
I hit up JD on some comedy shit like we mentioned it earlier. The Higgins spot is the last spot at the Good Nights mic. I named it that the other night when I had it, just because he used to do 10 minutes. I didn't do 10 minutes, but he used to do 10 minutes in the end and try to get people to stay for the 10.
Yeah, it hurt.
And that was like whole thing, and he would hurt him or whatever, and he would kill it. So last spot at the Good Nights mic, in my mind, I'm like, you should crush, especially on a night that was going so hard. Everybody was doing well.
Yeah.
So in my mind, I was like, I can't go up there and do shitty, but I want to try these new jokes, and the new jokes just fucking went. And I put it in, I said, fucking Good Nights, Higgins spot, fucking, it was the shit. And I sent it to JD, just some, like,
I'm out here.
Hey,
but you don't
I got some new bits.
You don't think on the other side of town, I'm bombing like crazy? I'm bombing like a terrorist. Like, I'm straight up just bomb. And that's accurate shit. Wow. And I didn't put no race on it. I said like a terrorist. Bomb. And you just send me your crushes? I'm like, bro, I gotta be more in the darkness, man. I gotta be more in the shadows slinging these hardcore,
I sent him that after...
and you did smash.
I didn't want to be like, oh, I smashed, but it was just like, yo, dude, look what just happened. Like, on some... I didn't know that was going to happen. I mean, I was hyping myself up, but at the same time, like, it was just nice to have some new bits go well. You know that feeling.
Yeah.
And letting you know that I'm out there representing out here. You know what I mean? That's also what I'm letting you know. You know what I mean?
I feel you, bro. The update with JD is I have been in the trenches. I'm about to cut my hair off. I know that.
Oh, really? Why?
I'm going bald.
Like bald?
Bald.
right, man. Are you already preparing yourself for like the constant ridicule from your peers and probably family?
I'm not gonna fuck with me, bro.
No, I mean we are gonna go in on you. I mean
For being bald headed, it's a style.
Yeah, but I mean there's gonna be a transitional period. But have you thought about that? Are you prepared for that?
I don't give a fuck. I'm dead
I personally will try to go at you as hard as I think I can.
Go for it, bro.
Fucking
I'm cutting it all off.
Whopper,
all them problems.
Whopper's head looking ass.
Whopper's head looking ass, nigga. Hey, bro, go for it, bro.
We're about to see all your thoughts just form.
The whole time.
What's your head shape look like?
You know what my head shape look like.
Nah, what is that?
You gotta find out. You gotta find out on Tuesday.
Yeah. Can I ask why you're doing that?
I'm just like, I mean, I just want to get that new level, bro. So I'm like, I'm going to be bald one day. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, am I holding on now?
No, JD, no.
I'm cutting it off, bro. I'm cutting it off.
I'm not saying don't do it. Do it if you want to, but please, I just don't.
It can grow back if worst case scenario grows back.
Yeah, but you realize not as fast as you think.
I'll be fine. I've done it before.
All right. Maybe you've done it before, JD. I know this is gonna happen anyways. I just don't want it to happen. You'd be like, yeah, you know, I guess it was kind of emotional. I mean, I didn't.
Nah, I've been thinking for a minute.
Much. I just want to do some shit, man. I don't know. I just fucking feeling maybe it does look like shit. Yo, but we'll go back and we did talk about it.
How could a bald head look like shit?
I'm not gonna say it look like shit. I just don't understand the point because it's not like you have
It's a haircut.
Yeah, but you don't have a bad head of hair though.
It's a haircut.
Yeah, and I understand a haircut and taking it low again, but to go bald.
I'm just saying like you're
going
bald.
You're gonna shave it.
Yeah, I'm shaving.
You're gonna shave it like.
I'm not. You keep putting my mustache, bro. Like I'm gonna try and keep something. I'm gonna shave my head.
You're gonna so it's gonna be smooth.
Yes.
All right, I'm already all of a sudden kind of into that. I don't know why.
It's gonna be.
Being able to touch your head and how smooth it is, but I guess it is about to get warmer. That's good.
But shoot, like even besides that shit, it's just like it's a style I can keep up easy. You know what I'm saying? And fucking, I'm looking at niggas like look at Steve Harvey, Dishfield, like powerful black comedians. They going bald. They going bald. Lavelle, nigga. Lavelle, nigga. Hey, say what you gotta say, bro. Ali Sadiq, nigga. Say what you gotta say, nigga. I'm gonna be up there. I'll be up there.
That's what I knew you were doing it because it's like.
See, I mentioned the funny reason you took it serious, but like
no, because on the last podcast with Dragon and fucking.
If I gain weight, I'll be funny.
Exactly.
But I never gain weight on purpose to get funny. I gain weight sometimes.
You said on the podcast. You're like, sometimes I feel like if I just get fatter, I'll be funny. Like
there is that fucking heavy at like if you get big as shit, you like funny, nigga.
Funny. That is not
Ralphie May, Phase on Love.
That has nothing to do with the funniness.
I'm like, goddamn, nigga blew up in the funny, nigga.
No, that has something to do with the funny because you know,
Bubba
getting like made fun of. I guess
Gabriel.
These are just happen to be funny fat people. If they were skinny, they'd be funny.
What you gonna do, bro? I mean, you gonna stop my path, man?
No, but I'm just saying, why?
But why not? Like, should I not do it? Should I just keep? Should I keep doing the thing Micah Hanna is thinking about?
I'm not saying just do that shit.
I'm left. I'm right. I'm
just
up.
saying,
I'm down. I'm left again. I'm right again.
Please make
I'm left
decisions
again.
that are more.
I'm left again.
I'm more thought, like not more thought out, but more like.
But see, like when I started talking about like, you say, why you cut your hair? Why you cut your hair? I'm like, cause I want to. That's the emotional.
That's what I'm saying.
But why does it have to be a logic behind your hair though?
Because do you actually want to? I know you feel like you want to, but
I'm saying, what's the worst case scenario?
Your reasoning is just strange to me.
But give me a worst case scenario. I need a worst case scenario. You go bald, and then
you bald. We start grilling you up so
man,
hard.
you get Mike. That's just you, bro. That's what you want to do, and you do it anyway. Mike, you're gonna grill me for no matter what. Look at this sad ass nigga. Look at his glasses wearing.
Don't do that.
But
you're gonna make me do that if you have a bald head.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Bro, like you just want to
help myself.
Bro, listen, you just want to come at me. If you want to do what you got in your heart, bro, do it.
Peanut, look at
see, I could have chose not to say nothing to your ass.
Oh, if you had just pulled that on me, I don't know if I would talk to you anymore.
But what? But you cut your shit on time.
I can't take
you cut your shit on time.
You're right. I should respect that. You're
right. You know what I'm saying? Like you cut your beard.
I took it back.
No, too late. No, fuck. Everybody heard that shit.
You got it. All right, whatever. Dude, it really is any minute now. It's about to just be gone. I just keep not doing it because I'm like, it is long. Every time
you married to it.
Every time I do think about it, I'm like, it is long though.
You ain't gonna do it.
It is time for a change. So it's coming. I just gotta the weather's gotta stay a little bit warmer longer.
My thing is like, if you just stick out the summer and then wait till next winter when that shit's banging, I'm like, why just like you can braid it and shit? Like you can, it just come from a guy that can't have a beard.
Summer's too hot.
It's that hot. You can't handle it.
I mean, it's just annoying, yeah.
All right.
And low-key, it's kind of bad for my skin. like whenever it's rubbing it. I mean, it's something constantly fine, like scratching your skin all day. So it just like exfoliates my skin, just makes my my skin really dry. So every now and then I feel like I should cut it off.
Okay.
Just to like get my skin like to redo.
What about keeping like a goatee type thing? Just like keep.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking I'm gonna like take it either like pretty low or like really low. That's like what it's gonna be. Like,
okay.
I do
like
imagine,
Ice Cube.
I do imagine it would be nice if it was just way shorter, but because it was so long, it was still really thick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think about it.
Okay.
But at the same time, sometimes I'm like, fuck it, let it ride.
Hey man, we out here, bro.
We are out here.
We definitely out here.
Dude, so so you're like, if you taking midterms yet, you're in school, man.
Yeah.
You're in school. What's it like? Was it now that you're
straight?
In,
ain't nothing.
Last time I talked to you about, I think last update, it was you know.
It's straight. It ain't nothing interesting. It's just like I'm doing it better than I did last time. I'm fucking taking it serious, but it ain't nothing like it ain't shit. I mean, it is some shit, but it's just I'm going through the thing. I'm getting decent grades. Like,
yeah.
I just know what I'm doing. Like, just straight up, like my teachers can't treat me like I'm some like noob ass freshman. It's just like, oh, be scared of me. I'm like, I know what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
I know you're gonna drop the lowest shit. I know I need to read this book. I know what you want to hear.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is what it is. And people think I read like a motherfucker. I ain't reading like that. I'm reading, but I'm not reading like, highlighting and shit. I'm just like, okay, I got the general concept. Let's go.
Let's do this.
The teachers just want you to talk to them. They're tired. I know what it feels like to be a teacher, because if you ever bombed, it just feels like that. Like niggas who didn't read, you just looking at the tops of everybody's head. Like everybody's like acting like they're taking notes and shit. And you just look at everybody's fucking scalp. And you're like, man, I'm what? For an hour, 15 minutes? You're like, man, fuck y'all. Like, you would get angry too.
Yeah.
Because you can't make them laugh and like do the fun, happy go-go thing.
I love teaching shit.
Yeah, like y'all make me out. I love teaching, but y'all don't love learning. So
yeah.
But you got somebody like talking to you?
Emily definitely feels like that too, because I mean she teaches little kids, and especially like when the kids are being like badass little kids.
Yeah.
It's just like, dude,
like
some of these kids want to learn how to dance, you know what I mean? And this can be fun. Dancing for a kid is fun. It's like, just fucking chill out, quit talking. Fucking
just gotta do your shit. That's it. I mean, that's the only thing. Just don't. I understand being a fuck ass the first time, or like whenever you feel like you gotta be a fuck ass, like just party and shit. But at some point, something clicks, and you're like, okay, I gotta really get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, sure.
It's not a party no more. Like I'm on camp. Like when I was on campus, I knew everybody. Now I'm back there, I know like 3 or 4 people.
Yeah.
And it feels more like school and less like a party.
Feel that.
But it is what it is. Ain't nothing. I'm in the trenches, bro. I'm out here grinding.
If you gonna buy your frat or whatever, you tell what's up to the
I talked to the guys I remember, because they got new guys in every semester. But I talked to I know like 4 to do still in it.
Word.
So active anyway.
That's cool.
We hang out and everything, but we they on they like, and I remember them being like the fucked up like drunk ones and like partying and shit. Yeah. Like just no idea what to do. But now they like, I'm trying to I got this internship. I'm trying to get out of here. Like they're like about to be men in the world and shit. So it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah, school is like a blur to me. I'm like, I don't even feel like I'm in school sometimes. I'm like, this is all JD.
You're
like,
going by campus.
Yeah, I'm going back. I get some shit done.
Aren't you working on campus too?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm just there like,
fun?
Huh?
Is that cool?
But nah, I can't say. I don't want to call if she hears this or not, but I do not enjoy the work I'm doing. But it's whatever. It's a job.
I feel that.
But it's just like they got us doing like stuff in between. If you don't have a consultation, which is your actual job, they got you like pretty much writing a research paper. I'm like, this is just extra homework. I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
Like no other job on campus is giving you like homework.
Yeah.
Like I could be doing my actual homework.
Isn't Nick working on campus too?
Nah, Nick's a delivery guy.
Oh, okay.
Same as Carl and Mark, I believe.
They're living on that app?
Carl and Nick, as far as I know, Carl got Nick on that delivery guy app, and Mark works for Mimi's Kitchen.
Oh, I think I knew that.
So they delivering right now.
Yeah.
They get hip on their phone, and then just gotta head out to the place, pick it up, and deliver it.
It's not a bad gig, I don't think.
Yeah, they get like a percentage of everyone they drop off or something like that.
Yeah.
And one time an order got canceled because it was like the wrong credit card. Nick brought by some wings and some ribs. We were eating the wings first because I don't know why I didn't touch the ribs. But we were eating the wings first. Like, this is pretty good. I dove into the ribs just because like we were around the wings, and I was like, we should have been here first. Like this is why the order was so expensive. It was like a $55 order, something like that. And I'm like, this is where most of the money was. Fuck these wings. But yeah, good perks like that sometimes. Like sometimes people buy stuff with cards that are fake or whatever. You get to keep the food.
That's sick.
Yeah, so yeah, it's dope. Dope shit. I mean, I don't know exactly what's going on with the pay or the delivery gigs and like gas for your car and stuff. But
Sure.
if you don't like having a boss like that, fuck it.
For sure.
Just get in the car and go.
Dip. Peace out. Do it.
Peace.
All right. What else you want to update on? You got anything else?
Nah, man.
Anything
just-
weird happen? Anything fucking...
Shoot! Shout out if you a gamer, man. Check out For Honor.
Oh,
That's the one thing, dude. That shit.
Hey, you know what I thought the other day? I'm not getting For Honor. I kind of decided.
Yeah, I felt it, but
Dude, you want to know why? And this is no knock to you or Nick
What?
or that. But honestly, what I thought, I just and not this is not a knock to you guys, but what I need to do right now, I'm like the time I know I would spend in that game, I want to believe I'll now spend that time getting better at comedy.
I feel you on that,
And I don't.
and I want
know-
to believe that too.
And I don't know that if I would have played, I could have sat down. I'm like literally looking at the game. I'm like, I've kind of been like, look. I mean, I've been looking up shit on my own. I'm like, I would be so into this. I could bang out 3-4 hours, and I could totally see myself not doing comedy for the 3-4 hours, but maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, I just need to not do this. I'm almost done with League. I'm like, still.
You on your first quit? You on your first quit?
Well, not me. I've quit before, but I guess it was circumstantial. But you know what's kind
Or
of cool
second
now?
quit.
You know what's helping me quit? Have you ever played URF? URF?
Yeah.
Dude, that's pretty
Quick little get in, just destroy everything game.
Just go, yeah, just get in, dude. It's
and
nice.
do anything.
Because and they pick who you are, so you're always playing someone different. And I'm just like, you know what? It just makes me be like, you get so invested into the other game, and it's so like, it's like everyone's emotional if it goes wrong. And
Yeah.
it's all fucking thing. I'm just like, I just want to get on and play something. So I'll just go out there, I'll just
Urban
go in
fun.
there, and I'll bang out a game or two, win, lose, don't care, and stop.
Yeah.
I get more invested in the other one, and I'm like, let me build something.
Some people get mad at Earth, my nigga. Like people get
I
mad at
saw Earth
Earth.
today getting fucking mad. I was like,
Like,
chill
dude,
out.
how are you mad right
He's calling
now?
people
Please
niggers.
tell
He's
the
calling
other
people
person.
niggers. I told him, I was like, how dry is your dick? I was like, you need to get some pussy. You need to chill the fuck out. You were going.
You saying niggers online? Oh my god. I'm not. Dude, I definitely feel you on that. But on the flip side, I'm like, yo, I'm about to get this eye because I see myself playing this game hard as shit. And I see dudes who are trash making videos online just because they got max level gear and they're just literally going through and one shot niggas.
Yeah. I
You
tell you,
just don't know what's happening.
fucking kind of has a GoPro. I just need to get a charger for it, but
Okay.
we can definitely use this anytime we want.
Hell yeah. But yeah, I'm about to get that eye and then see what happens, bro. About to go in from there.
All right, word. Well, look, you guys are motherfucking updated.
Yeah.
Look, hey, hit us up.
Yeah, we
Sounds
want to
good.
do some. Book us.
Yeah, we'll fucking do.
We'll
some
do anything,
comedy
man.
Shows. Yeah, we'll fucking hang out. All right. Thanks, guys.
Hey, thanks for listening to another episode of the Open Micers podcast.
And listen, you need to find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It is at The Open Micers. And for bookings or general questions, it's theopenmicers@gmail.com.
And if you guys are listening on iTunes, please, please, please go rate and review. Rate and review is the easiest way for the podcast to grow and to get more people to listen.
Yeah, and just follow your dreams, nigga, you know?
Yeah, just in general, if you got a dream,
Do that shit.
do that shit, bro. Thanks.
369, damn, fine. She just suck it to me one more time and roll. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. To the window, to the window, to the wall, to the wall. To the sweat drop down my ball. My ball. All these bitches raw. All these motherfuckers. All these goddamn. All these motherfuckers. So they grow. So fresh, so clean. Then she put that question in harassing me in the mind. This bitch is fine. I done came to the club about 50 times. Now can I play with your panty line? The club wanna say I need to calm down. Security guards gonna swing me now. Nigga drunk, then a motherfucker threaten me now.
She getting drunk in the club, I mean she working. And then I like to see them females twerking. Taking the clothes off, bucking naked. ATL, hold on, disrespect it. I pop your pussy like this. Cause you ain't twins in this B.I.S. Lil John and the East Side boys with me. And we all like to see ass and titties. Now bring your ass over here, ho. And let me see you get low. If you want this dub, now take it to the floor. Now if your ass wanna act, then you can keep your ass where you at.
369, damn, fine. She just suck it to me one more time and roll. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. To the window, to the window, to the wall, to the wall. To the sweat drop down my ball. My ball. All these
standing there while I'm drinking my hand, steady looking at me, still asking questions. Time's up, nigga, pass me another contestant. Whole move to the left if you ain't about 30. Done talked through 3 or 4 songs already. Looking at a nigga with your palm out. Bitch, I ain't even seen you dance. Twerk something, baby. Work something, baby. Poppin' pussy on the pole, do your thing, baby. Slide down there, bitch, a little bit, then stop. Get back on the floor, catch your balance, then drop. Now bring it back up, clap your ass like hands. I just wanna see your ass dirty dance. Yeah, we done done it again. And put it on the map like
369, damn, it's fine. Just suck it to me one more time and roll. Get low, get low, get low, get low, get low, get low. To the window, to the window, to the wall, to the wall. To the sweat drop down my ball, my ball. All these bitches raw, raw. All these motherfuckers, all these goddamn, all these motherfuckers, all these goddamn. Yeah, y'all twerking a little bit, ladies. Gotta twerking a little harder than that. Now right now I need all the ladies that know they look good tonight. What my sexy ladies just do this shit like this. Bend over to the front, touch your toes, run that ass up and down.